So I was not always good at public speaking. In fact, I used to be very shy when I was little because I was picked on and bullied a lot at school. But it wasn't until 7th grade that I had a teacher that really didn't like that I was so soft-spoken, and I would often mumble stuff when he asked me questions, and he would get really upset and make me stand up in front of the class and rehearse or read out loud passages from the book. And I thought he was just picking on me, and I found it really annoying to be put in front of the class when I was obviously very shy and uncomfortable. But I noticed that after a few weeks, I just felt a little bit more confident, and the following week a little bit more. And 3 to 4 months in this whole process of him punishing me by making me stand in front of the class, I felt like a completely new person. I was so confident. I could just read out loud. I wasn't mumbling and stumbling. And that was where my transformation slowly into public speaking started happening. When I got to Northwestern University, the first class I took over there was actually on public speaking. And the funny story with that is that I ended up getting an Indian professor for that public speaking class. And one of his biggest critiques for me was that he said that your speeches are very safe, that you tend to speak about safe topics that aren't very out there. And it's kind of funny, but because my YouTube channel is pretty much known for talking about things that most people don't talk about. So it's funny how that turned out. But I think that class, just basically they would give us assignments, like a simple topic, and make us write a speech. And every single day of that class, we would give a public speak. And as I went throughout my studies, I became really fascinated in evolution and evolutionary psychology. And throughout that process, I discovered that public speaking does not come naturally to most humans. And the reason for this is that it goes against human nature, because when we used to live our ancestors in tribes, if you spoke out of line or if you said something that went against the culture of that tribe, you could be thrown out of that tribe, which would greatly limit your chances of success in life. It would limit your survival, literally. So people were very careful about speaking out. Now, in the human history, if you can trace back pretty much to any president, any king, ruler, leader, bad or good, the people that have been highly successful and highly celebrated as leaders have been all very good at public speaking. Look at this. Study history, and you will see what I mean. Whether they use their power for good or bad doesn't matter, because the people that were good at commanding attention and being able to take on a large group confidently and be able to speak were always looked upon by everybody else in awe, because everybody is hesitant and nervous and just anxious about public speaking. So they didn't understand that how was this godlike figure able to stand in front of everybody and just master public speaking. When I learned this, I realized what an amazing hack public speaking was for confidence and self-esteem. And think about it. It doesn't even matter if you're the prettiest person in the room, the smartest person, if you have the best idea, if you're the most qualified person to get the job. At the end of the day, if you can't sell what you have to give, if you can't sell yourself, if you can't sell your idea, if you can't sell your resume even, it doesn't matter, because you're not going to get the position, you're not going to stand out, and you're not going to be celebrated as you should be. So basically that is the why. This is why public speaking should matter to you. Doesn't matter if you are a stay-at-home mom, a student, a CEO in a company, public speaking is essential. And basically what I've done is that I'm teaching my kids from an early age to become expert public speakers. I've shared this story many times with you, that my son, who had a learning disability when he was little, he was diagnosed with a speech disorder, learning disability, he had a speech delay, and he was often made fun of in school. And through using this hack of making him super confident in this one thing, which is public speaking, even his biggest critics and his bullies are now afraid of him, because he is the child that will raise his hand and say, "Teacher, may I go first with that presentation?" While all the other kids are worried that they will get picked on to go next, he is the one raising his hand saying, I'm ready. So this is a hack that has been true and tried. Now, a lot of you guys ask me, is there a book I can read about public speaking? Is there a course I can take? No, you don't need to do any of that. In fact, taking a course or reading a book is not going to help you at all. What's going to help you is actually practicing every single day. Even if you just practice in front of the mirror, practice in front of the mirror for 30 to 40 days, and then find one close friend or family member whom you trust and you can be silly with and laugh with, and do the speech in front of them as many times as you can. Even if you record it and have them listen to it or FaceTime them or Skype them. Practice, practice, practice. One thing I do with my children is over the summer, we will do book reports, but instead of writing their book report, they will present the book report to us. And at the end of the presentation, we will ask them questions and they reply, and they stand in front of the, in the living room, they stand in front of us and give that presentation. Now, in the beginning, they would stumble and stutter and be very nervous about questions and things like that. And now they just take the stage like a pro. So literally, if a 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old can do this with enough practice, you can do this too. Just practice, practice, practice. Public speaking is a great hack to self-development, self-confidence. It is key. Even if you never need to speak in public, just knowing that you can go and be the life of a party or take a crowd or give a toast and be confident is so great for your self-esteem. And basically what keeps me from getting nervous while I'm speaking in public, whether it's live YouTube videos or even, public appearances or anything like that, is the fact that I know that most people in that crowd are not good at public speaking. And not to be mean, but it's just because it goes against human nature. So the fact that I've been able to hack into this, I know that this is a rare thing. Knowing that gives me confidence. And yes, you may have critics, you may have people that don't think you're the best public speaker, you may have people pointing fingers, but the way I look at it is that people who are actually good at public speaking, if they're critiquing me, then I'm more likely to listen because maybe they do have some information that they can give me. And people who are not in the arena or have never been in the arena, they have no right to criticize me because it's either get up here and do it yourself or move aside, baby. That's how I think about it. So if random people giving me advice on how I can improve my channel or how I can do things, I let that go unless they are also people that are my colleagues and have experience and have developed something worth me listening to, then yes, I'm open to suggestions. So keep that in mind. There will be a lot of people criticizing you or giving you opinions and things, but unless they are an expert public speaker, you don't need to be listening to those people. They're not standing in the arena with you. So either you get on the stage and do your thing or you get off and let somebody else do their thing. So that's how I look at it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was highly recommended. Sorry I took so long doing it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Thanks for watching. Before you leave, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos from us. Here's some other videos that you might enjoy. And as always, I love you and take care of yourself. Bye.